Hello friends, already two records of network analysis with respect to network diagram is been discussed. You might have gone through all my videos. Previous video we discussed about the objectives of network analysis, the application part of network analysis, how exactly we should have to get into the network analysis. Probably the example which I explained to draw the basic diagram about network analysis. We also discussed about the set of key terminologies which were required to understand how the network analysis, network diagram need to be given. You might have understood what exactly event is all about and nodes, the nomenclatures of it. Types of events I explained in the previous video, and we also spoke about the errors, probable errors in the network. Now with that I explained you one small example. I'll just recall your memory. I taken some A to G activities and how exactly we should draw it. I discussed about that and I try to explain it. Now this is time I should go further with set of more examples. I feel you are ready. Let us have another example. Previous example, just look at it. I have just taken activities which doesn't have any resources as such. Now I'll add a resource to it and I'll take another example over here which talks about activity. I have taken lesser activities towards one particular project which is having A, B, C, D, E, F. Only 6 activities you'll go to accomplish one particular project, and which talks about some predecessors. Pre-activities are also there and the duration is been added. Look at it. A activity will be completed in 4 days. B is completed in 3 days. C required 4 days. D required 2 days, whereas E required 5 days and F required 3 days. But these all are not independent. Look at activity C. C activity is going to be completed in 4 days provided A is completed. Look at F. F will be taken only after D and E. In turn, D will going to complete only if B is completed. How to draw this? And how exactly I can nomenclate the days along with these activities. So as I said, we should start somewhere. I have written, I marked it already. Look at that. I started with 1. The 1 is already nomenclated. Okay, from here I am going to start activity A. Normally we are going to start with the activity because it doesn't, the very first activity is not going to have any predecessors. So we'll start with that. So I need very first activity should be drawn. Okay, I'm going to take it as, so I'll take it as 1 to 2. I'm going to draw as activity A. I have to name that activity and along with that I need to give the duration for it. What is the duration? 4 days. So I'll make it as 4 days duration. Activity A is drawn. Now I need to draw activity B. Now look at it. Activity B will start only and only if activity A is over. Activity A will be over at 2. Node 2, I'll complete my activity A. So from 2, I need to take an activity called as B. So say node 2 and 3 will going to complete the activity called as B. Now, what is the duration of the activity B? It is 3 days. So I'm going to name this activity as B. Look at it. I'm activity B. I'm drawing it over here. I'll give the duration for it as a 3. So activity B is drawn. Now third activity. Activity C. You can have a guess. Activity B, C is also taken only once activity A is over. Activity A is over. So I'll take activity C now, which again the start node is going to be 2. Maybe I can number activity C as a 2 to 4. Name it as activity C. Now you can see that numbering however I want, I can do that. Okay, it need to be told, it need to be identified. Okay, it is not compulsory that I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 should be given there. Yeah, you can draw C first, name it as 2, 3. It is just left to you. It's not compulsion that I need to draw B first, then C. You would have done other way around also. Now comes activity D. Activity D, where it will going to come? Activity D will be drawn only after activity B. So shall I take it as activity B? Sorry, activity D. Activity E comes after activity C. Now look at here. C is over here, whereas B is over here. Okay, so from B one activity comes, C another activity comes. So I'll take it as put together, or I'll try to draw activity from B. You can see that I'm going to draw an activity from B, which will be activity D. Look at it. I'm going to draw an activity from B, which will call as activity D. I'm going to name it as with a D with a duration as 2 hours. Now I have another activity which is E, which starts from activity C. You're right. It is activity C. I'm going to draw activity C here. Sorry, E. I draw this. Now, what is the duration of E? It is 5 days. You're right, 5 days. Now, but look at activity F. F will be completed only after E and D is done. E and D will be done. Now, I need the nodes from this. Okay, so instead of doing this, what I can do is I'll draw, put together the diagram like this. Is it okay? Yes, definitely. This will certainly work for me. So what I've done is 3 to 5 is D activity, 4 to 5 is E activity. Now, definitely you can see that. Now I can draw activity F, which is of duration 3 days. Here our project accomplishes. Here our project accomplishes. Now you can look at it again, relook at it. I said activity A starts. I give the name numbering as 1 to 2 nodes. B required 3 days after A completion. C required 4 days to complete only after A. So I had drawn B and C. Once B and C is completion of the task B and C, we can definitely go to D and E. D will be done only after completion of the B activity. E will be done after completion of C activity, but F activity will going to come only after D and E is completed. So here ends our project. So here ends our activity diagram or network diagram is accomplished. I hope this is very clear. Now from here I am going to send you, maybe you can see it in the bottom part of it. I'm going to submit you a set of examples which you can try it out. But now it is a time for getting into critical path. What exactly this critical path is? Now look at there, this particular example itself. The arrow marks are heading. Okay, you can see that the arrow marks are heading from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 6. There completes one particular example, one particular path I can say. Similarly, I have 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, another path. Isn't it? There are 2 possible paths are there. Now if you count very first path, I'll just try to draw that here. Look at it. A to B, B to D, D to F, which will going to cost me 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3, which will going to be equivalent to 12. Similarly, I have another path. A to C, C to E, E to F, which is again, if you calculate, 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3, which is equivalent to 16. Now we need to find out the critical path. Which is critical path? What is the meaning of critical path? The maximum possible duration of the project. The maximum possible duration of the project accomplishing particular path. So this is a path which is going to be found out, which is a critical path among that. So you can see that with respect to this example, you can say 16 is the maximum. So we can say this is a critical path, because that is maximum. Because that is maximum. So I can say you can, but there need not to be only two paths. There is sometimes we are going to come across many examples where multiple paths will come into picture. So I need to find out the critical path. Look at it. Now there is a definition for critical: those activities which contribute directly to the overall duration of the project. The overall duration of the project we need to understand, or sometimes it is called as a maximum duration of the activities from first activity till last activity, which is called as a critical path. Okay, so what exactly we are going to calculate over here is the earliest start to last activity. We are going to calculate each and every activity, and we are going to take it as a critical path. Sometimes critical path is also defined as the longest possible path in the network diagram from starting event to ending event. Defines minimum required to complete the project. I'll repeat. I wanted the longest path, which is going to tell us the minimum time required to complete the project, which is going to be, yes, definitely not practically possible. It is sometimes probabilistically we are going to take some possibilities, and this is going to tell us the monitoring of the project. So I need to find out, first one is draw the diagram, second one go for drawing, so go for calculating critical path, which is going to tell us probably we are going to complete this particular project in so duration. Again, I'll go back and I'll try to show you what I mean, what we have done here. Look at it. We have taken a small example which talks from A to F. We have drawn that along with the duration of it. We have calculated two paths, and out of the two paths, which will going to tell us 16 is bigger numerically, and so it is called as a critical path is A to C, C to E, E to F is a critical path. So 12 is less than that. Definitely I need to complete all the activities of this particular project in 16 days or 16 weeks or whatever the duration dimensions are being given. I hope critical path is understood. I'm going to revisit again critical path in the next video, and we are going to have lots of examples on it. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Any queries, I look forward in the comments part of it, or you can personally message me. I'll going to answer any of your queries. Thank you very much.